All right, welcome to the second episode of the TikTok podcast. I'm Matthew.
I'm Sam, and our special guest today is Miles Zack.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
All right, so how's it going, Miles? What have you been doing after high school?
Well, I went to Atlanta for 2.5 months. I wanted to make it as a comedian, but Atlanta sucks.
Yeah, only 2 months? You got the full experience in 2 months?
Okay, I walked around like every day, like 12 miles, just trying to find one job. Then you got homeless people going, "Hey man, can I have a cigarette?" I don't even smoke. And and I mean, I didn't really apply myself. I didn't go back to jobs over and over, but I just didn't like Atlanta because I was literally in the hood. Every night I could hear gunshots out my window.
Oh my
That's freaky.
Yeah.
I heard that someone tried to mug you, some hobo.
I forgot about that.
How did that happen?
So here's a little piece of advice, Sam.
All right.
If you're ever walking downtown of a big city and a homeless man asks you for money, you should ignore him. But if you don't and you want to give him money, after you give him the money, don't tell him you're going to the bank. Because I told this guy I was going to the bank.
Why? How did that pop a conversation? Just like, here's your money and I'm going to the bank now.
No. Basically, he's like, "Hey man, can I have some money?" And I was like, "Here, you can have my last $2 before I go to the bank."
Come on.
And he follows me to the bank. And he waited outside, and then I and I come out of the bank with $300, and this guy's like, "So you got me more money?" And I was like, "No, I'll buy you McDonald's or something."
Did he actually think that you were going to the bank to give him more money?
Yeah, what?
Well, you said, "I'll give you $2 before I go to the bank." He probably thought you were giving him more.
Yeah, I know. And then I'm an idiot. Well, yeah, then he starts walking to me, and he's like, "You probably should give me some money." And he flips out his knife, and I was like, "Oh God."
What'd you do?
I haven't ran for a long time until then.
He didn't catch up to you?
No. He's homeless.
That doesn't mean he's slow. You look like you're almost too.
Thank you. But yeah, that was a cool thing. Another thing that was really cool was my first day I was there, right?
Yep.
I get onto the city bus, and I'm just sitting there with my with my comedy notebook out, and I'm like, I'm going to see some stuff on this public bus. And so I get on the bus, and I'm headed home, a 20-minute bus drive. And before the bus leaves, this lady gets on, and she's wearing this lime green tutu. And she's 50 years old, and she starts dancing on the bus. And this fat lady in front of me is just like, "Ah! That lady's crazy!"
Oh my gosh.
I was like, what? That's the black culture of Atlanta for you. That's probably not politically correct, but whatever.
What did you write down in your notebook?
I didn't write anything. That just stuck with me. That was the first day.
So was that one of your craziest experiences, or what else did you?
Well, that and the homeless guy, but I don't know.
What's the population of Atlanta?
Oh, this is awesome. Ready for this? Ripon is 4.8 square miles.
Yeah.
Atlanta is 185 square miles. Ripon is a population of 8,000. Atlanta's a population of 800,000.
Really?
But 4.5 million people work in Atlanta.
How?
So it was a big change. And here's the other stat I like. Ready for this one?
How do you remember all these numbers?
I don't know. There's 17 restaurants and bars in Ripon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Within a 5-mile radius of my house in Atlanta, there were 23 Waffle Houses.
Oh my gosh. 23 Waffle Houses.
Yeah. In 5 miles.
Oh my gosh. That's probably a good
How'd you
place
find
to go
this
get some
out?
comedy bits.
I just was bored a lot.
Yes.
The best thing though, because I said I was trying to make it at comedy, My first performance that I did was on the north side of Atlanta, and I was on the northwest. And so I had to take a bus to train to bus to get there,
Mm-hmm.
So I got on the bus, and then I go to the west side, like way outside of there. And then I hit the train all the way to the middle of Atlanta. Then I go up Atlanta. Then I get on the bus to get to this place that I was going to. So it was like a 2-hour ride just to get to this comedy club, and it was only like 4 miles away. But it was 21 and older, and I was just like, well, maybe if I smoke a cigarette outside, they'll think I'm 21. And so this guy comes in, he goes, hey man, you here for the comedy? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, come on in. Can I buy you a shot? And I was like, okay. And then, there was like, nobody at this comedy show except for like 5 comics were actually watching. Everyone else is in the corner talking to each other and being real loud, and I'm trying to do my comedy, and I'm like, screw this, man, and I dropped the mic and left.
You still doing comedy in Oshkosh?
Sorta.
Where do you go?
Well, the Backlot Comedy House, downtown. I mean, I say sorta because I haven't done it in a month. I went to Chicago on Valentine's Day. That's like 2 months now. Holy crap. I'm sorry. But yeah.
So how long are your normal comedies? Like 10 minutes or something?
5 minutes.
5 minutes?
Which sucks because I have 45 minutes worth of material.
Yeah, so they only let you get up there for 5 minutes?
Yeah. I mean, you get like 5.5 if you're telling a joke.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite comic?
My favorite comic? Eddie Griffin. You guys ever hear of him?
No.
I've listened to a lot of comedians. I've not listened to him.
He's black.
Is he like?
Okay.
If that helps you.
Is he new? Like?
No, he's not new. He's been around since the 90s. You ever see the movie Undercover Brother?
No.
That's
We're not very
the
educated.
that would be a movie you'd know him from. But Malcolm and Eddie, you ever see that show?
No.
What the heck? This guy's awesome. He's like, don't read the Bible. It starts off messed up. In the beginning, there was Adam and Eve. And Adam and Eve had 2 kids, Cain and Abel. And Cain and Abel got married. To who? Yeah, he's awesome. I like him because he like says like really gross stuff that I probably can't say for this thing. But like you're like ew, and you're laughing real hard too because it's hilarious. Like however he does it.
Yeah. So was Lumen a good experience for you, or would you rather have gone to RHS?
Well, my experience in Lumen started off really messed up. To be honest, I had no idea I was going into Lumen until a week before my freshman year. And my parents were like, all right, you have your orientation for Lumen. And I'm like, what's Lumen?
You didn't even know what it was until
No.
Well, it's probably a new thing, wasn't it?
It was going to be the second year of it.
Okay.
But, and they just like, were like, yeah, you're going to be in Lumen. We think it'll be better for you. I mean, I had a good time. I mean, my freshman year, they're like, you can do projects. And I was like, why don't I do something with comedy? And then I did comedy at Districts. I don't know if you were there.
Yes.
Yeah. That was my first time ever doing it. And I like slayed them with 3 crappy jokes.
Yeah.
Talking about farmersonly.com. And like everyone's laughing. I was like, oh boy, I have to do this now. So then everything I did in Lumen, project-wise, I was trying to base around comedy, which was cool because, if I was at RHS, I wouldn't be able to do that.
Right.
I mean, a lot of my projects I was told I couldn't do in Lumen because they were inappropriate, but, I still got to do a little bit, and that was cool. I'm probably not the best person to talk about it because, if you didn't know, in high school I didn't really care that much. But I graduated.
Right.
Yeah, at least you got your graduate.
My diploma.
Diploma.
Yes, that's what it's called.
Yeah, not graduate. It's not
Got your
college.
graduation.
Yeah. So that was cool.
So how many shows or performances did you do in Atlanta? Roughly?
About 20.
20.
Which was weird because, like, the first, 15 or so I did, nobody laughed. Because, like, I never knew that. Like, I thought everyone has the same sense of humor wherever you are.
Right.
But it's totally different down there. Yeah. And so, like, I was trying to figure out what they thought was funny. So then I started, like, telling jokes about, you know, the Backstreet Boys. Did you guys know the Backstreet Boys are back on tour?
Really?
Are they?
Yeah, you know what their tour is called? It's called, Hey, now that you're legal, remember us? That's a great one. I'm sorry if that was inappropriate, teachers. But yeah. But, like, then, like, you know, I started killing it. But I still wanted to leave because I didn't like Atlanta.
You ever get paid to do comedy there?
One time.
How much?
Sort of. $720.
For one?
Really?
What?
I say sort of because it was at Roadhouse right before I left for Atlanta. I was like, hey, Andy, can I do a comedy show here? He's like, yeah, I'll give you 5 minutes to do comedy. You can invite as many people as you want. And so, like, close to 150 people came to
Really?
Roadhouse. And I was like, hey, we should send around a basket or something so people can give me offering. And, like, Mrs. Radloff was the one who started, and she was like, has like a 20 and she throws it in there, and everyone just starts throwing stuff in there.
Gosh.
And then I find a Marcus gift card and like for the theater and a Domino's gift card. And afterwards, Matthew Long, he's like, did you use that Marcus gift card? And I was like, not yet. He's like, okay, well, I only think there's like 20 cents on it. He's like, I just wanted to feel like I pitched in.
Yeah, Matthew, he's a character.
Oh, yeah. Well, like, yeah, I mean, that only doesn't count because it was people just donating.
It was more helping you out for Atlanta.
Yeah. Which,
So did you get a job up there, or were you just...
up there.
Down
Yeah.
here.
Or,
No, I mean, I tried. Like, I applied at a couple, like, 45 places.
Really?
yeah.
But I didn't, that's the thing. If you apply somewhere, you need to go back there and keep going back there until they say, whatever, we'll hire you.
How come you didn't do that? You're just...
What?
How come you didn't do it?
Because I don't know.
It's lazy, you just got forgot.
I was too busy being at the Waffle House.
Counting your Waffle Houses.
That's 1, 2. Have a tape measure. That's about 5 square miles.
So,
Yeah.
what's this?
Yeah, no. Did you go to the Waffle House, like, often?
My last 2 weeks I was there, I had nothing but Waffle House food.
Really?
And I was in the best shape of my life.
Oh.
I lost 20 pounds while I was in Atlanta. Within the first 3 weeks I was back here, I gained it all back. I was like, your brother.
So what's the story of your perm?
My perm?
Yeah.
For those of you who can't see right now, Miles has a...
We'll put a
pretty
picture up or something.
Yeah, we're gonna put
Yeah.
a
It
picture
doesn't
up.
matter, don't
and
worry.
his costume here has some
It's
interesting...
not a
pants.
costume.
It looks like a costume.
Yeah, it definitely looks like
I am
that.
a performer. Nah, but one day at work, I was like, went up to my boss and I was like, hey, how much money would you pay to see me in a perm? He's like, I'll pitch in $5. As I kept going around to everyone, I was like, how much money you pay to see me in a perm? Well, I'll pitch in $5-10. And, so I was like, screw it, I'm getting a perm.
How much does it cost?
$50.
Oh my gosh.
So
But I made $10.
People gave you $60 to do it?
Yeah.
Was it worth it?
No.
How do you get it? How do you get it back to normal?
You just have to wait. I guess they stay 2 months.
Can't you just do like a straightening thing?
That's bad for the hair. Oh, the other day at work, you guys are like this. So the perm, it's just a bunch of chemicals to get your hair curly and everything. I don't know what it all is. But it's a bunch of chemicals that are just in my hair. My hair was healthy and now it's just ruined. But I'm at work and I was lighting a cigarette and the flame caught my hair
Oh my
and it
gosh.
started on fire.
How did you put it out?
This guy Jimmy came over and hit me in the head.
And that worked? Which hair was it? Is it still burnt somewhere?
Probably. Does that one look burnt?
Can't really see.
I don't know.
I don't know. But, yeah.
Yep.
Yes, now I'm working at the bar.
How's that? Is it bad?
The Bar of Oshkosh. You guys ever been there?
I've seen it before. I haven't been.
Oh, yeah.
You got good food?
Yes, they have great food.
Not sponsored by the bar.
I mean, yeah. I eat it every day. I eat it so much that now when I eat something that's not from the bar, my stomach gets upset.
Really?
Because I live with two guys, you know, and they're what we would call a-holes.
What we would call okay.
That's what we would call them. I mean, I have different words that I would use, but yeah, you know how when you're younger and they're like, don't get a roommate off Craigslist.
You got a roommate off Craigslist?
I didn't get a roommate off Craigslist. I got 2 roommates off Craigslist.
Are they college students then?
Well, one of the guys is 20. His name's Maxwell. Or Max, as I like to call him.
I thought you liked to call him a-hole.
I can't use the word I call him, but yeah, he's 20 and he works full time at his dad's factory in Neenah making cat toys.
There's a cat toy factory in Neenah.
I guess it's the world's biggest.
It's probably just in his garage. It's like the only one.
It's just them taping like shoestrings to a stick. But yeah, and then he works at a golf course, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm going to Fox Valley for culinary arts." And he keeps telling people that. He says he's there right now, but he's not. He works every day. I do too.
So how do you get a roommate off Craigslist?
It's my mom's fault.
She got him for you?
Because when I moved back from Atlanta, I didn't want to come back to Ripon, you know, because I feel like I'd be taking steps back from my life. So I was like, Mom, can I live with you for like a month? So I was sleeping on my mom's couch, a leather couch, real sticky. And, you know, one day she's like, hey, I was looking on Craigslist, and it says that these people need subleasers. And I was like, okay. And it looked nice.
So they both signed up together? They're friends or something?
No. So the guy, Max, right, 20 years old. The other guy is Steven. He's 35. I live with a 35-year-old who's still in college for the last 18 years.
Wait, really?
Why?
He does not have any degrees.
What has he been doing in college? How does he pay for his...
How can you be in college for 18 years?
What has he been doing?
Well, like, you know, like they don't, you can't, you don't have to pay student debt until after you're done with college. So he's just been accumulating it for 18 years.
Oh my! You know how much
so much
debt
money.
that's gonna be?
Yeah.
He's been paying for tuition 18 years.
Yeah, but like it's pretty funny because he's like, yep, this is the year I'm gonna graduate. If I don't this year, it'll be kind of weird because next year kids in the freshman class weren't even born when I started.
Really?
But
oh my gosh!
like this guy, he's dumb. Okay.
18 years. That's longer than I've been alive.
He was
This
telling
guy's been
me.
in college.
He was telling me like why he's been in it so long, and he's like, it's just I wanted to be the first person in my family to graduate from college, and he doesn't have any degrees after 18 years. I mean, you only need like what 20 credits to graduate once, like with a small degree.
Yeah.
He doesn't have any.
Associate's degree, yeah.
Haven't you just
like
asked
2
him,
years.
what are you doing every day?
Well, I kind of just wanted to be like, hey man, give up.
It's
But he'll-
not for you.
He'll come home some days at like 1 in the afternoon, and he'll be like, "Oh," I'm like, what's wrong, man? And he's like, I drank way too much before class. Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
What's his name?
That's the other thing. I don't know either of my roommates' last names.
Really?
They're just random people.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah.
So how much time do you spend at home? Are they around a lot?
Yeah. This is a sore subject because I live with it. But, yeah, they're home all the time when I'm there.
Well, why are they so bad?
I can't really get into it. But they're, kind of immature. Like the one guy, Steven, once threw a dead fish and a couple more on my car.
Why?
I don't know, because I didn't want to help him fillet his fish. he's like, hey man, you want to help me fillet him? And I was like, "Nah, it's kind of gross." He's like, well, "Aren't you gonna eat them?" And I was like, "No." He's like, "Whatever, man." And the next day, there's like 5 dead fish on my car, and one's got a soda can in it.
What is it called?
Oh my gosh.
That was the one thing that pissed me off. The other thing was one night, I get done with work at midnight, 12:30, because I stay in the kitchen and close. And so me and my friend Michael are like, hey, let's watch Training Day with Denzel Washington. And so we go to my house, and it's at like 12:30, and this 35-year-old who's got school in the morning is still up. And he's like just listening to music on his computer, watching music videos. And I'm like, hey, and he's like, hi. And then we sit down and we're like, all right, hey, you mind turning that down? We're gonna watch a movie. And he's like, no, I want my music on. Give me some requests. And my friend Michael keeps going, play something country. And then he turns on that song Live Like You Were Dying by Tim McGraw. You ever hear that one?
Probably.
It's about a guy that gets cancer, and then he's singing about you gotta live your life as you were dying, And so that song comes on, and my roommate goes, Jesus, I had cancer, and I even hate this song.
Did he actually have cancer?
I guess so. That's why it's cool. He had testicular cancer, and sometimes if he doesn't do something I want him to, I'll just go, no balls. No. But yeah, like that's the one thing. So I moved my TV in my room so he couldn't watch it anymore. But then they locked me out of my house for a couple of days. We never locked the door since I moved in, and then a couple weeks ago they locked it. And nobody was home, so I understood that. Right. And so I texted both of them like, "Hey, make sure the doors are locked. I left my key in my room." And so I get home, and what do you know? The doors are locked, and they're both home, and it's like 1 a.m., and I didn't want to wake them up. So I slept in my car for like 3 nights.
3 nights?
Why 3 nights?
Because they kept me locked out.
For 3 nights?
Yeah.
My gosh.
What's this going on right now? It's kind of freaking me out.
Yes, you can't see, but there's like 10 people walking down the hallway here. Oh, they're going into this room.
It looks like a
One guy
gang.
is-
Yeah, this is definitely a gang.
That one guy was wearing a bumblebee outfit.
That's pretty scary.
But yeah.
All right.
I don't like who I live with.
Yeah.
That's the moral of the story.
Yeah. All right, well, now they're leaving.
Yep, now they're leaving.
Guys, check out some rooms, I guess.
I have
So,
no clue what they're doing.
you're a big Star Wars fan, right?
Oh.
Talk Star Wars.
What are we going to talk about? I'm ready.
I know you have a bunch of theories about what's going to happen in this next episode.
Yeah. Have I told you any of my theories?
No, yeah, listen them off.
All right, so this is good. This is my first one. You ever heard of time flow?
Time flow.
I think that's what it's called. Whatever. It's where you can go back in time by using the Force. Now, I think Kylo Ren, man, Kylo Ren is going to use time flow and go back in time, and he'll see Anakin Skywalker, not Darth Vader. He thinks he's going to see Darth Vader, so he can learn about how to be like him.
Yeah.
But he sees, like, this guy's good, and that'll, like, change him, and he'll be like, oh, I'm doing it wrong,
Interesting. Okay.
That's one of them. And the only reason I think that, I can't think of the actor's name that plays Anakin.
Ewan McGregor?
Which one? The young one or the?
Not Ewan
The
McGregor.
medium age.
no,
Hayden Christensen.
Yeah. He said that he's doing training for his next movie in America. He hasn't done a movie in America in like 10 years.
Right.
And what movie would you have to train for? Star Wars?
Maybe.
A lot of people hated him, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Well, they hated the Jake Lloyd, the young one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He actually like got caught in a high speed chase like a couple years ago, I think.
And
Or a
How
year ago.
old is he now?
He's like 20 something now, I want to say.
The other,
He was maybe 20, 30.
you think people hate him, but people hated Jar Jar Binks.
Oh,
Now
gosh.
everybody wants Jar Jar to come back with Darth Jar Jar.
Yeah, that would no.
Yeah, that
Please
whole
no.
theory.
But then the other one is this is probably one that a lot of people have, but that Luke is actually Rey's father.
Yeah, that's pretty obvious. So.
Now you want to know why I think this one?
Yep.
Because I don't know how I saw this, but in episode 7, I'm watching it, and right when Rey goes into her her house, you know.
Yep.
She walks through the hall, and you see, like, for a split second, this little doll, and it's like Luke wearing his what would you call it, uniform to go fly.
Yeah, with the X-wing.
Oh,
X-wing suit.
Yeah, an X-wing suit, and that's what this doll's wearing. And I just, I don't know. It's just, yeah.
Well, that could really be.
Well, there's a lot of
pilot.
It could be anyone who's
It's
like
Luke.
Oh, but there's other like parts of the
maybe
movie
it's just
that
like foreshadowing that
shows.
she's gonna fly an X-wing someday.
That could be.
Well,
But
yeah.
my other hope is that we'll all finally figure out that the Sith is actually the good side. But
Why do you think that?
because I like to be a rebel.
If you like to be a rebel, then why don't you like the rebels?
Honestly, I think that the Sith are way smarter than the Jedi, as shown in Episode 3 when like Palpatine just completely destroys all the Jedi.
That is crazy.
I mean, yeah, but yeah, it's kind of like.
The Sith is not very smart. They built a giant ball that had one little weakness.
Well, no, if you watch Rogue
Yeah,
One,
Rogue
the
One.
guy.
But they let it happen, you know.
But they
Well,
didn't.
they
know.
didn't know because he was the engineer. What they were gonna check his plans. Then there's no point.
Well,
of him
Did you
being
guys like
engineer.
Rogue One?
It was
Yeah,
fantastic. I
yeah.
thought
Rogue
that
One was really good.
I hate all these pricks that say that the new Star Wars movies suck. Okay,
Yeah.
The Force Awakens. All right, I'll admit it was just like the original Star
Yeah,
Wars,
yeah.
but it was still
It
awesome.
was still pretty
I actually liked it better than that.
I think
don't know
that's
about
just
that,
because it's
but
like our time, you know.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because like you never saw Star Wars in theaters, but now you saw the new and improved one in
Yeah,
theaters.
it's like the Star
and
Wars.
you're
for
like,
kids.
holy smokes, Daisy Ridley's hot.
Well, we've had like 3 generations of Star Wars now, like the originals,
Yeah.
and then it was like our generation was the prequels, and now
I think so. Yeah.
yeah.
We were barely alive.
Well,
I kind of grew up like knowing about
The
prequels
Phantom
Yeah.
Menace
really young,
was
so-
made in 1999.
Yep.
Were you even alive?
I had all of them on the DVDs, you know.
I'm on VHS.
So
Dude,
I kind of
I have a VHS collection, all right. So
yeah.
Of what? It?
yeah, I have it.
So I remember when I was 5 or 6, and I got like all the.
Why are you
episode 3.
talking nonchalant? Keep going. What were you
Okay,
saying?
no, well, I think that like the prequels were like kind of my generation, which is why I'm a bit softer on them. Just because when I was 5 or 6, I got like all the
Oh, yeah.
Lego Episode 3 sets when Episode 3 just came out. So
Yeah, I never really liked
Yeah.
it though. I didn't understand why everyone liked Star Wars. It was only because I just watched the prequels and nothing else. But now we have the new generation that has the Force Awakens and the Last Jedi.
I gotta say this though. You guys don't like the prequels.
No.
I mean, you said you sort of do, but just because you're partial to it.
yeah,
I feel like they're a little bit more boring, and there's
You ready for
the
this?
CGI is horrible.
You ready for this?
Yeah.
The prequel Star Wars are better than any Star Trek movie ever made. Because Star Trek sucks.
it's really garbage. Yeah, that's true.
I went to watch that new Star Trek movie this summer with a guy I work with at the Roadhouse, and I was there for 25 minutes, and I was like, "This movie sucks. I'm done."
Yeah.
I wasted $5 on a movie I didn't even finish.
Yeah, movies are way too expensive nowadays. Well, not in Ripon, because
Yeah,
you have the
Ripon.
$5 movie.
Yeah, that sucks.
Okay, so why do you think the Sith are better? Just because you want to be a rebel?
Yeah, just because.
Well,
Well, here's one thing that messes me up. What do the Jedi always say? Let's bring balance to the Force.
Mm-hmm.
That would mean you just have just as many Sith as you have Jedi. Huh? Yeah? That's balance. You can't take out all the Sith and then...
yeah, well, okay, you could say that the Sith are trying to kill the Jedi.
Yeah,
and
because they know the Jedi suck.
and they got to protect themselves. They're not going to kill the Sith just because. They're trying to keep the balance by stopping the Jedi from killing them.
Balance as in good for everyone. The Sith are just kind of just trying to take over everything. So
Well, do you know how the Star Wars actual original, like where George Lucas got his idea for it?
No, what was it?
It's because his dad fought in World War II.
oh really?
Oh,
And
the
Jedi are the Americans and the Sith are the Nazis.
yeah, because the Empire definitely uses a lot of like symbolism and visuals like that represent Nazi Germany.
Like, think about that. In The Force Awakens,
Yeah,
they
especially
destroyed the whole planet because
those
they wanted
big
to take
red
out one
flags.
race.
Yep. And all the stormtroopers had their hand up in the
oh.
Nazi
Hoi!
salute thing. So
Yeah, that's a little known fact that I know.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. Well, not nice.
I guess this is a huge thing for Star Wars. Who do you think Snoke is?
Snook?
Snook?
Snoke, the
I thought his name was Snook.
Snook, really?
Snook? No, I think it was Snooky. Is that?
Snooky, yes.
Snooky from Jersey Shore.
Yeah. You gotta look like you're from Jersey Shore. Confirm.
Who do I think he is? I thought I knew.
What did you think?
I thought that he was Darth. Whatever.
Plagueis?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Maybe he's Jar Jar.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Darth Jar Jar.
Why don't you explain the Darth Jar Jar theory?
I don't even remember. It's just so stupid.
It's pretty much he is.
The guy that made that video just like totally like took it too far.
Yeah, he like.
And he's like, if you look, Jar Jar's face this way, like he's telling him something. Like, what? Which, I mean, you watch and you're like, oh yeah, maybe. But then you watch the movie and you're like, nah.
Yeah, he's just an idiot. Because they say he's pretending to be an idiot, but he's actually manipulating the situation to like try to take control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But really, he's just an idiot.
Yeah, he's just dumb.
I have a cold.
Quotation marks.
So what's my next question?
Next question, huh?
Who wants to be a millionaire?
Let's see. Okay, we talked about your what you did in
Comedic
Atlanta.
career.
Yeah.
That's going south.
What do you actually think you're gonna do in the future?
Yeah.
Okay, here it goes. So, when my lease is up in August, I'm leaving.
Where?
Wherever the road takes me.
Well,
Somewhere south that's warmer. But I'm going to just stop in different cities and I'm going to, do open mics there for maybe a couple days and then just keep moving on.
you saving up money?
Oh, yeah. But I have to pay $913 to the Dwell at the View where I lived in Atlanta because apparently I still owe them money. I found that out yesterday when a debt collector called me.
Really?
I heard it. It was like, this is a debt collector. This support call. Please call me back. And I was like, no.
So just wherever the road takes you, huh?
Yeah.
Have you ever
Get
thought
my
about
kicks on Route 66.
Have you ever thought about like going to Boston or something like that? Heard that was a good comedy town.
Boston. Oh, back in the 80s, that place was golden. It's not the 80s, though.
That's true.
What about New York? I know you wanted to go to New York.
Oh, I've always, that's my end goal. That's where I want to end up. Or LA.
You said you want to go down south, though.
Yeah, I know. My life's messed up.
Still trying to figure stuff out.
My parents had me on lots of medication as a kid. That's why kids are messed up, you know that?
Mm-hmm.
Because they're on medication? Or are they on medication because they're messed up?
Yeah.
They're messed up because they're on the medication because the parents think they're messed up, but they're not. It's like, hey, Mrs. Zack, your son can't sit still in his desk for 7 hours every day. What can we do? We'll give him Adderall to help it. Oh, why, okay. They're just giving kids cocaine. That's what they're doing. That's what Adderall is. It's just watered down cocaine. They're
Really?
giving kids drugs for no reason.
Well, it's called a drug.
And then they're teaching them to not do drugs.
Yeah.
So it's just counterintuitive.
I just think ADHD is something that can be solved without medication.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I think it is a problem, but it's because kids are just texting all day long, you know?
Yeah, kids are being way too focused on technology nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, even though we're talking through a microphone and into a computer right now.
But we're trying to educate the youth of the world.
Yeah, I know. But, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I heard they have these headphones now where you put them into your ears and it shines a light into your ears because the more sunlight your brain gets, the happier you get, your dopamine rises.
Wait, really?
So this light shines in your brain and you're like, oh, it's sunny.
Does it mimic
What?
the sun's rays? Because I know just a normal light doesn't have whatever vitamin the sun's rays have.
I don't know.
I know you can get some kind of light that mimics the sun's rays.
Sunlight?
So, exactly.
Not the actual sunlight.
You ever watch Wife Swap?
No, but I've heard of it.
I was watching it this one time, and there's this lady. She's like vegan, doesn't eat any meat, and she's like, at the beginning of the show, she's like staring at the sun, and she's like talking to the camera, staring at the sun. She's like, I stare at the sun for 5 minutes every day to give me strength. And I'm like, bitch, you're gonna go blind.
Vegans are messed up.
Vegans are just
I had this guy that works at the bar. He's a real person, so I won't say his name, Chris. But he's an idiot.
Hi, Chris.
I guess one time
He's probably not watching.
he's vegan, and I guess one time they're like, "Hey, Chris, can you make us a veggie pizza?" And he goes, "Okay." And so he puts pepperoni and sausage on a vegetarian pizza, and he's vegan.
How do you know it's actual pepperoni and sausage?
How do you know?
Well, it could be just turkey. No, not turkey.
turkey, yes. Because turkeys aren't,
Because we don't have anything that's vegetarian except for the vegetables. He's not going to get tofu or
Maybe.
tofurkey.
Tofurkey? What's that?
It's tofu turkey.
I guess so. Never heard of that before, but okay.
Alright. Look at these pants, though. I don't. You probably can't see this. We'll maybe put a photo on.
Yeah, we have to.
There's just random patches of extra.
It's like someone took 4 sweatshirts.
Yeah.
And like was like,
Yeah.
patch it together and make pants.
This part is zebra. This part is just a black stripe. This part's like jeans.
And then it gets into like compression pants.
I don't even know what...
Yoga pants at
Dude,
the
they're
bottom.
cool as heck.
It looks like you're wearing a sweatshirt as pants, though. Like, it honestly looks like that.
They're cool as
And they don't have pockets. You had to have me hold your phone. This looks like a pocket. What is this?
Dude, these things are really popular in Asian culture.
This is
Really?
America.
Have you ever looked at some of the things them Asians are wearing?
No.
I,
This is going to sound really racist. Okay.
it does, but like no,
That's
like,
the truth, though.
like I
As
had
culture, yeah.
It's popular
that's
over
fine.
there.
I had a lot of friends from South Korea that went to Valley Christian when I went there, and they all wore stuff like this, and I was like, that's always cool. I mean, this I bought at Route 21, but
Yeah.
Yeah, your shirt looks
this
interesting.
I made.
What do you mean you made it?
I made a gold chain. I went to the place where the 49ers went, and I mined for gold.
What? you told me you mined. You told me you mined gold.
Over in California?
Yeah, yesterday.
Wait.
Yesterday?
Yeah, I flew in just for this.
So how did you really get it?
Yeah, Route 21.
Is it real gold?
I don't think so.
Is it real metal?
plastic.
Is it real?
It was
metal?
$3. The other day I drove up to a friend's house, right? With the top down. With a Hawaiian shirt on, just totally unbuttoned. And I pull up to the house, and there's like 5 people I've never even met before in my life. And this one guy goes, "Who the hell is this guy? I love him already."
Oh, gosh.
You got a new tattoo?
Oh, yeah.
Native Pride.
Yeah.
Where'd you get that? Atlanta?
I would like to recommend everyone to go to Johnny Rockets at Big Guns in Oshkosh. I was like, hey, man, I want a tattoo that says Native Pride. Figure it out. And that's what he came up
That's
with.
right, because you are part Native American, aren't you?
I try.
Try.
No, I am. I wanted to get a turtle because we think our family's part of the turtle clan, but we don't know. So I didn't want to get that and then find out I'm not. But
So you ever been to any of the reservations? What are those like?
the one that my tribe's from?
The turtle one?
No, the Stockbridge Muncie Band of the Mohicans. Theirs, right? That's the tribe I'm from.
Okay.
Their reservation, yeah. There's a couple miles. There's 4 roads.
What's it like?
It's nice. Your brother went there with me this summer.
Really?
Yeah.
What did you guys do?
Well, like I like to do the normal things, like buy me some candy cigarettes, say hello to my relatives, eat some fry bread, and swim in the creek.
That's fun.
There's a creek called Beesaws, and they got a rope hanging from a tree, you know, and it's right over the highway, well, the main road.
Main road. Highway, but okay.
That 7 cars a day go down. But yeah, everybody's really poor on most reservations just because the government took everything. You know, the Pine Ridge, right? That reservation, South Dakota. They have the 4th lowest life expectancy in the world.
Really?
And that's in America. The
Interesting.
average female lives to be 48 years old, and the average male lives to be 43.
What's the lowest?
The lowest, the 3 other lower ones, I don't know what they are, but they're countries in Africa that people die because of AIDS. So if you take AIDS out of the situation, the Pine Ridge Reservation is the lowest life expectancy in the world.
What do they do, though, that makes them so... I mean, I guess if they don't take any medication or anything.
Yeah.
They can't afford it. They live in poverty. There's black mold on all the houses and just,
asbestos,
you know.
Yeah, that'll kill you pretty fast.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
All right, well, that's kind of a rough note to end the podcast on.
Well,
Sorry,
we gotta put it on a good note.
All right, you got any good notes to end it on?
Should I tell a joke?
Sure.
All right, go tell a joke.
So I'm at this. It's not a joke. This is the truth, actually. So I'm at this diner in Atlanta, right? And the lady comes. She says, "What do you want to eat?" And I said, "Can I just start with a hot coffee?" And she goes, "All right." So she comes out with my hot coffee, and her thumb's in my cup. And I'm like, "What? Why do you have your thumb in my food?" But I didn't say anything because I'm a gentleman, you know. And yeah, so then a little while later, she's like, "Would you like anything to eat now?" And I said, "What's the soup of the day?" "We got cheesy broccoli soup." And so I was like, "All right, I'll have some broccoli soup." And she comes out with my soup, and her thumb's in my soup. And I still didn't say anything because I'm nice. And then she said, "All right, is that going to be it?" And I said, "No, I'm actually going to get a hot beef sandwich." And so she walks out with her thumb in the middle of my sandwich.
Really?
And I'm like,
She drugging your food?
I don't know. And I'm like, "Lady, I'm sorry, but your thumb's been in all my food today. What's up with that?" She goes, "Well, I recently strained my thumb, and my doctor said to keep it warm at all times." And I go, "Okay, lady, you can take that thumb and shove it up your butt."
Did you actually say that?
Yeah, and she goes, "Where do you think it's been since I've been in the kitchen?" That didn't happen.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
All right, I'm Miles Zack, and I'm out.
Okay.
All right, that's the end of the podcast. Hope you enjoyed. And next week we'll have an all-new guest on.
Don't make it a great night. Make it an American night.
That's right.
Bye.
Bye.